Hi, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today it's time for another Scraplift Crafternoon. I will pop up the layout that we're going to lift over here in the corner. It is a beautiful layout that I found on a Facebook group during our annual game of the Bash Bowl. It is by Betsy Lewitzke, and she has given us permission to lift it. She does not have other social media other than Pinterest and Facebook, so I will link her Pinterest layouts down below so that you can go check out her gallery there. She does some amazing work, and I'm really excited about doing this layout. Now, I've already cut out my photo and a mat for it. I've pre-cut some banner pieces and put the title on it. I've chosen a stamp and some washi, some stickers, some ephemera, and some enamel dots, and then I have cut out each of the triangles with my Cameo. This was a little bit of a trial and error situation for me because I was doing it really late at night and I could not get the triangles, the first set that I cut, to make a nice hexagon. And my son came up behind me, he's like, "Mom, those need to be equilateral triangles." Thanks, Seth. Thanks for helping Mama out. So cut out some equilateral triangles, and I will only cover one of the triangles with washi on camera for you. I am not going to make you sit and watch me cover all 6. So I will speed that up and we will do that on camera, but then I will do the rest off camera, and then I'll come back and let you see me put the rest of the layout together. All right, be right back. So I am going to be covering my triangles with washi. I'm only going to do one on camera. I'm not going to make you watch me cover all 6 of my triangles. Betsy's layout only has 5 because she left room for her title down at the bottom, but I am going to use all 6 triangles to form my hexagon for this layout. I have chosen the washi from my March counterfeit kit. These washi tapes all kind of match the Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller papers that I put in my kit, but they are not from that collection, obviously. There is a Cocoa Daisy as the stripe, and I think this is a Bungalow Lane from Paige Evans, and there's some other different brands as well, like Simple Stories, and some that I don't even know the brand names of, but I did have a wide variety of washi tape in my kit this month to use, and so I'm going to use all of them on this layout. Now, once I get all of the washi tapes down on this triangle, I'm going to peel it off my glass mat. I'm sorry for the glare, but this made it very, very easy to work with this washi tape. I was able to secure the triangle and get my washi tape relatively straight on this cardstock triangle. I also will be using scissors to cut off the little edges, and we'll just call that one done. So I'm just going to start playing with how I want these to end up on this cardstock. I'm not gluing anything down yet. I'm just kind of making sure that I don't have any weirdness going on, like a lot of red next to a lot of red, etc. My photo, of course, is going to cover up that center, so that's why I didn't bother to put any washi on the very tips. So I'm going to go ahead and take them back off, and I'm going to try to put them aside in the order that I pulled them. And now I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media with that Mr. Huey's very saturated blue ink. These are still some of my absolute favorite spray inks. I love their saturation. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore, so once they're gone, they're gone. So this one, I'm just going to use this packaging, and I kind of got too much, but I do like the end result still, so I'm just going to spread this all around my background. You're only going to see some of it because, of course, my hexagon is going to cover the center of this layout. So I've allowed my background to dry a little bit, and now I'm going to use my dark gray archival ink to stamp these hearts on my background. I'm only kind of haphazardly stamping them on the outer edges because, of course, my hexagon is going to cover up that center quite a bit. This is a brand new stamp from Hip Kit Club. It came in February's kit, and I did not use it with my kit at all, and my kit is already all gone. Yay me for getting it out of my stash and not actually putting it on a shelf to never look at again. So now I'm just going to put my background together fully. I'm going to add these triangles. I'm going to use this double-sided tape to put them down. I realize that I'm going to have to be really, really careful with it because that stuff sticks really well, which is pretty awesome. Not so awesome if you have to move it, which I end up having to move one of the pieces because I got it too low on the layout, but you'll see that in a minute. So as per my usual, I'm not actually measuring anything right now. I'm just laying it down, trying to make sure I get it where I want it to be on the layout. And of course, if I would actually use a ruler or a T-square, I probably wouldn't have to rip things up so often. But hey, rulers cramp my style. I like to just kind of just freehand everything. So that's just me. This is the one that I think I have to end up moving because I get it too low, and you'll see me do that in a minute with my undo. So here's where you get to see me fix my mistake, and it's the one here on the right hand side that I'm using my undo to remove that tape. Now, I said in the previous video that you saw me use this in that this stuff actually saves your adhesive, or if it's a sticker that you're removing, it will save the sticker and you can reuse it. Once it dries, it doesn't leave a mark on your paper. I've never had it stain anything, so this is really great stuff. So here I'm going to move that middle one as well. Now, one of the things that you kind of see me doing here, I use my finger on the tip of it so that I'm only letting out a little bit of the product at a time, because it does squirt out really fast and I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to check the placement of my photo mat here, and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to use the excess from my foam tape that you see me do all the time so that I don't waste any of it. And I'm going to pop that on the back so that I have a little bit of lift on the photo when I get it on this background. The photo I'm using here is of my two youngest children. We were on a trip to Mount Vernon with some family friends. It was hot that day and the kids needed a break from walking around in the sun, and we found this ginormous tree and the kids just kind of climbed up all over it, and I managed to catch my two kids sitting still long enough for me to snap a cute photo of them together. I had pre-cut 1-inch strips of this text paper and placed my letters for my title on them beforehand. I hadn't trimmed them yet because I wanted to make sure that I could get them all trimmed down correctly and not have a hot mess going on, and I will fix these a few times until I get them even. I used a banner punch that I got from Hobby Lobby to create the banners, and now I'm going to spread some flowers. I know that the original layout did not have flowers, but mine does because I like flowers, and I wanted to use these around this photo because I think they're pretty. So off camera, I went ahead and got everything glued down. I made sure that my banner pieces to my title were even. I added some foam up under a few of those flowers, and now I'm going to add some enamel dots. In the close-ups, you will see I also added a little bit of journaling down there in the lower right-hand corner. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel today. If you liked my video, please click that thumbs up button. That lets YouTube know that they need to show my content a little bit more. If you are not a subscriber, I would love to have you subscribe. Make sure that you check that collaborative playlist below in my description box. Make sure you check out the original creator's Pinterest board. She is amazing and full of inspiration. You have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.